even done anything yet. You know what? No, you can cheer more if you'd like. Juggernauts roasting on a human torch. It's that time of the year again, everybody. As you could probably tell from my very wobbly entrance, I've been hitting the eggnog extra hard to get into the holiday spirit. Who's ready for yet another seasonal tale full of Yuletide cheer? Who's ready to see Wolverine live and in the flesh? Yeah, I'd like that too, but he's not here today, so... Yeah, I know, he has a scheduled off day today, but feel free to boo him ruthlessly and tag him in the comments. No, please boo him now. I know, I miss my boo too. Well, at least he left this very bright yellow and blue. Please cheer louder so they give me a Christmas bonus in my stocking. So genuine and unprompted, thank you for that. Oh, that's right, everybody. Disney Plus is paid to keep little... Yeah, my millennials love that one, huh? All right, well, now that the pandering segment of this performance is over, let's get to the actual story, shall we? This is very exciting for me, by the way, getting to sink my teeth into something as holly and jolly as a festive Christmas tale. It's rare that I get to read something filled with so much joy, positive messaging, hope, and goodwill and whatnot. Anyway, stave 1, line 1. Marley was dead. Wow, that is a really dark start to the story. I don't think Disney Plus signed up for all of that. Let me just skip ahead to the less morbid parts. Let's see here. Here's a very nice, uplifting, and joyous sentence. The meanest old curmudgeon in all of London town was a vile, ugly, hairy, smelly, miserly, prickly old brute by the name Locanezer Scrooge. Oh, Scroogey really did not like the holidays, let me tell you. Always went around saying, bah humbug, bub. Whatever that's supposed to mean. He had a very handsome, charming, and extremely funny, although a bit of an acquired taste, I will admit, employee by the name Wade Cratchit Poole. Wade Cratchit Poole. Yeah, thank you, one person. Anyway, poor little Wade, he just wanted to enjoy the holiday season and spend literally a single day off in his entire career, but old Scroogey McDuck was always like, get back to work, Bob, and count me money, all right? Come on, all right? He was really not a nice mutant. And did I mention he was smelly and miserly and somewhat Australian, weirdly? Well, anyway, because Locanezer was such a naughty little mutant, he was visited in the night by one of his very dead partners. One of his ex-partners, if you will. Yeah, he was an X-Men. Anyway, he tells him that he'll be visited in the night by 3 ghosts who will help fill him up with the Christmas spirit. This really troubles old Scroogey, who goes to sleep feeling very uneasy. Kind of like when you eat one too many chimichangas before bedtime time. Anyway, suddenly a bright light shone through his window. He sauntered over, just as furry and ugly as can be, ripped open the blinds and saw that it was none other than Johnny Storm, all flaming and bright. Not Steve Rogers like we all clearly wanted, but that's all right. No, it's fine. Johnny Storm is cool too. No, he's not really cool, he's more so hot. Thank you for saying that with me, random person. Oh, well, anyway, pretty much everything that Johnny said was filled with vulgarities that I quite honestly cannot repeat here at the Disneyland Resort, registered trademark. But long story short, he shows Scroogey his sad past, his sad origins, if you will. Yeah, and I will. And then the ghost of Christmas Present shows up, and it's just this giant, child-minded figure, way larger than a normal man should be, with a body made completely out of metal and a very obnoxious Russian accent. Sounded a little something like this. Locanezer Scrooge! Gaze upon the Cratchit Pool family and see your shame. Kind of turned into a robot at the end, I don't know. Anyway, he shows them a picture of a beautiful Cratchit Pool family living in a small but humble studio apartment off of Pico and Crenshaw. Blind Al was there, Dog Pool, and little tiny Peter Pool, who was obviously sickeningly ill and leaning on a small crutch. They could barely get by on the meager salary that Wade's boss had given him. This caused Scroogey, believe it or not, to feel the first true emotion he's ever felt in the hundreds of years he's lived on this planet. Well, literally hundreds of years, trust me. So emotional, in fact, that it caused a single tear to trickle down his chiseled, mewing jawline, soaking into his luscious mutton chops. It was like the ending of a perfect rom-com. Like the proposal. Now you can, no, cheer more. And then the ghost of Christmas Days of Future Past showed up, and honestly, I'm not even going to go into all that. It gets very scary, confusing, the timeline gets all convoluted. It almost ruined the franchise, quite honestly, but in essence, these ghosties show Scroogey that he needs to keep the spirit of the season deep, deep within his heart, all year round. Meanwhile, tiny little Peter Pool narrowly escapes death because Scroogey pays to get his little legs healed up, and they become sugar plum chums. This is my favorite part of the story, everyone. I just wish that Wolby was here. And then tiny little Peter Pool waddles over to old Scroogey on his newly refurbished legs, grips onto Scroogey's very muscular inner thigh muscles, you're just gonna have to take my word for it, and exclaims for all to hear, "Oh God of thunder, bless us, everyone!" Let me tell you, there was not a dry eye in the house. In fact, the house was soaking wet with tears. And they all lived happily ever after. Oh, thank you for saying that with me. I'm glad you held space with that. Do you want to know why they lived happily ever after, tiny little Snow White in the front row? Because this story in particular has been rehashed and merchandised dozens of times over the years. It's what we like to call in the business easy money. High five, kid. You just made the nice list. You're welcome for the core memory. Well, thank you all for coming to another special holiday tale. And an even bigger thank you, no offense, children, to Disney Plus! Check out all the quality programming only available now on Disney Plus. I love being employed. Happy holidays, everybody. On Dasher, on Donner, on Dopinder, we run. Oh, there you go. Found it. There we go. Hi, Spider-Gwen. Wow. Let's jump through a sparkly circle to get here. Just think, everybody, if it wasn't for Disney Plus, none of us would be here right now. Wolby's already not here, so, you know.
いいねボタン、チャンネル登録よろしくお願いします。